All right, y'all got I'm shifting from basketball for now because the Rockets still playing the Warriors. I'm gonna preview that one, then preview the other two games. So 3 games left. I have picked 10 players from the NFL that that I want to recognize, but I'm gonna do each one. If you ain't no real football fan, you're not gonna want to see these videos because I don't have none of these guys are superstars really, but at this point in their career, besides Gilmore and Zadarius Smith, he's not a superstar, but I just want to recognize these 10 players. So obviously, I'm not going like Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers had a good year, but he's like I got him the 4th best quarterback of all time. So I'm not. It's no point in it. Like Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers. I'm just recognizing people that had surprising seasons or record-breaking seasons. I already did a video on Drew Brees, so I didn't count him in his 10. But so I got Adrian Peterson, Michael Thomas, Stephon Gilmore, Zadarius Smith, the linebacker. But anyway, I'm gonna start with Jacoby Brissett. This is not in no order. I just did it by position. So I got 2 quarterbacks, 3 running backs, 2 receivers, and 2 linebackers. Then I got 1 corner. I probably should have did safety too, but the guys that made the Pro Bowl usually have good seasons. Like Harrison Smith is a dog. Jamal Adams is a dog. Eric Thomas is. I say Eric Thomas. I can't even think of his name. I'm sorry, y'all. Thomas, safety from that used to play for the Seahawks, but Jacoby Brissett. I got to give him his props because they went 7-7. Honestly, I had them winning the division when they had luck, but then I took him out and didn't put him in there. He was 7-7 as a starting quarterback. 260 for 422, 61.6 completion percentage, 2,780 yards, and then he had 18 touchdowns, only 6 picks. Let's see, yards per game 198.6, 89.2 quarterback rating. Of course, those not gaudy stats, but I just want to recognize him just because last year he played when Brady was out. I think he was like 3. He started off 3-1. Then Brady came back, and then he came in as a starter unexpectedly, but that's hard to do. Kind of like how Lamar Jackson did last year. So Brissett, he gonna have a better year next year. Yeah, I just do it all in one video. I don't want to have too many videos. I can probably edit it out, but I got the second player I want to recognize is Teddy Bridgewater, the quarterback for the Saints. Of course, he didn't play a whole season, but he was very impressive. People forgot in 2015 he was 11-5 as a quarterback, starting 14 touchdowns, 9 picks, and he had a 88.7 quarterback rate. So he was a B+ quarterback. 2019, this year, he played 8 games and started 5-0. Of course, those 5 games Drew Brees didn't play, but he was 132 for 195, 67.7 completion percentage, 1,370 yards. He had 9 touchdowns, only 2 picks. Let's see, yards per game, he had 171, 99 quarterback rating, and then 45.3 QBR. That's not a good QBR, but the main thing is they won 5 games. Like his quarterback record is 5-0 as a starter this year. He came in and did what he had to do. Now the Saints got a chance to get a bye week, and I think if they do get home field advantage, he definitely deserves recognition because, of course, he's not better than Drew Brees, of course, but I'm just saying he came in there and did that. Like, no, you don't see a backup going 5-0 like that because he's really not a backup because he was a starter in Minnesota. The next guy I want to recognize is the running back. This is the third guy. Again, I'm going by position in order. I got Nick Chubb. I had to recognize him because he led the lead in rushing. Because last year he had 996 yards. He only started 9 games though, and he was 4 yards away from 1,000 yards. And he didn't even start 7 games. Like, that's ridiculous. So, but this year he played 15 games, started 15 games. Obviously, there's one more left. He played at Cincinnati. He got 285 rushing yards, 1,453. Both lead the league. 8 touchdowns, yards per carry, 5.1. That's ridiculous. That's like Jim Brown type numbers. I hate to compare him to Jim Brown, but yards per game 96.9. That's great. Last year he was at 62.3. That's all you gotta do is average 62 yards a game to get 1,000. But obviously he didn't start those 7 games. But let's see. His longest run was 32 yards. Actually, my bad. His longest run was 88 yards. My bad. That was his receiving. His longest receiving was 32 yards. Then the Browns are 6-9. I probably should have did this. They got every single game on here. So he had over 100 yards against the Ravens, Seahawks, Patriots, Bills. These not no pushover teams. They're Miami, of course, and Cincinnati. And they play Cincinnati again, so he should have a good game. So he probably going to get over 100 yards again. But Nick Chubb, shout out to Nick Chubb. He had a great season. And then another running back I want to recognize is from the Cardinals. He played for the Dolphins for a minute. I don't know. My bad, y'all get it confused. I'm sorry, he with Arizona now. He was with Miami. Kenyon Drake. Let's see. I'm gonna just do 2 separate stats. So basically, he played for Miami first. He played 6 games and started 2, but he only averaged 3.7 yards. Let's just say what he did with Arizona. They actually got better to me. Like towards the second half. He was 7 games, 7 starts, 111 rushing yards, 583 yards, 111 carries, 583 yards, 7 touchdowns, 83.3 yards per game. Let's see. Receiving, he had 25 receptions for 148. Nothing too spectacular, but he had some monster games though. Let's see. Yeah, he had 110 yards against San Francisco defense. That's awesome. And then, in the last 2 games, he just went crazy, man. In week 15 against Cleveland, this was at home. He had 22 carries for 137 yards, 6.23 yards a carry, and he had 4 touchdowns. he went crazy. And then week 16 last week at Seattle, he had 24 carries for 166 yards at 6.9 yards a carry. I think he only had 700-some yards, but he didn't start the whole season. He played 13 games and started 9. Yeah, that's it for Kenyon Drake. He should have a full season. How old is he? He only 20. Well, he about to be 26. So I think he's a really good running back. We got a lot of good running backs in this league, man. It's just that they don't pass. Like Kamara for instance, don't even get that many carries because it's a passing league now. But the running backs are important, man. We're gonna see in the playoffs. That's why I'm worried about Seattle because Carson went down and the other 2 running backs. That's why they had to get Marshawn Lynch. But I think the team that can run the ball in the NFC is gonna do it. Like the 49ers got like 4 running backs, and then Green Bay got Aaron Jones and the Williams. So we'll see. Then you already know the Saints is good. Then I gotta recognize Adrian Peterson just because. We already know what he do, but the dude is 34. He's my second favorite player all time behind Randy Moss. Tom Brady probably number 3, and then Peyton Manning, but he 34. He about to be 35 in in March he'll be 35, but he was 34 this year. That's the most impressive thing to me. He had 2 100-yard games. One game he had 99 yards. It's just the fact that he tied Walter Payton for I think most touchdowns. He got 198 carries for 820 yards, 5 touchdowns, 4.1 yards per carry, 58.6 yards per game. I already know he's not the same player, but it's just impressive to me, man. The AP doing all this. But that's it for AP. I just wanted to recognize him. We already know what AP can do. He already get a lot of recognition already. So based out of all these players, not some good players on here for real, but the defensive players are basically, I just looked at their stats too, but I want to recognize Michael Thomas just because the jump, wasn't that big of a jump last year. He had 145 receptions, led the league, 1,688 yards. This is there's 1 game left. 9 touchdowns. His longest was 49. 1.12 yards per game. That's crazy. His catch average is His catch percentage is 82.4. I guess that's how many times they threw it to him and how many times he caught it. So 82.4. That's why I think Hopkins was like 100 last year or something like that. So those are the two best receivers to me. And, I mean, of course, Julio, too. But Julio just a freak athlete, man. That's crazy. But Michael Thomas, he's 6'3", 212. He already made 3 Pro Bowls already. I think that's counting this year because they selected the team already. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 out of the 15 games, he had 100 yards, over 100 yards receiving. He had 100 yards against Texans, the Buccaneers. Buccaneers passing defense terrible though. The Bears, the Cardinals, the Falcons, the Tampa Bay again, Carolina. Then San Francisco, he had 134 yards. And then 128. And then, what game was that when Breeze broke the record? Was that, because he was going, like, what's his name, went crazy. But anyway, the last 3 games he had 134 yards, 128, and 136. He put up like a monster year, man, like a Antonio Brown type year. But he had more. I never seen him. I don't think Antonio Brown ever got 145. Let's look real quick. Antonio Brown highest catch. The highest catches he ever had in one season was Antonio Brown. The highest catches he ever had was 136. I think that was the record probably. But all right, Michael Thomas, he's a Pro Bowler. Like I ain't gonna stay on him too long. Another receiver I want to recognize, another player. He played for the Buccaneers. Shoot. And what's his name? Shoot. That's a good one for the Buccaneers, the wide receiver. Because we look at a lot of rankings, they didn't have them top 10, but they had I mean, of course they throw a lot, but that don't mean you still gotta get open to get the ball. And he having a better year than Evans, slightly, but I know that Evans probably get more safety cover, like double covered and stuff. So you gotta take that into consideration. He playing on the other side of Mike Evans, so that do help him. But he got 86 catches for 1,133 yards. He's second in receiving yards, a 15.5 yard average. So he that deep threat. 95.2 yards per game, 9 touchdowns, 25 20 plus catches, 40 plus catches, 63 first downs, 73.3 first down percentage. So it's Michael Thomas and Chris Goodwin and Julio for yards. So he's second in yards. It's Chris Godwin, not Chris Goodwin, my bad. He's 6'1", 209. He only 23. Wow. Yeah, he's 23 out of, he went to Penn State, Big Ten school. Let's see. So far I got Jacoby Brissett and Teddy Bridgewater, Nick Chubb, Kenyon Drake, Adrian Peterson, Michael Thomas, Chris Godwin. And then now I got 3 defensive players I want to recognize. One of them is J.J. Watt, brother. T.J. Watt. Let's see if he a rookie. No, he's not a rookie, my bad. This is his 3rd year. But the boy been balling. He got 15 games played, 15 games started for Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh basically in the playoffs right now because their defense stepped it up. Because everybody counted them out when Big Ben went out, and then the Le'Veon thing, and then the Antonio Brown thing. But he had 2 interceptions for 7 yards. 7 was his longest. 7 pass deflections as a linebacker. He had 7 forced fumbles, 4 fumble recoveries. So he got 4. He forced 4 turnovers. He got 4 fumble recoveries, then 14 sacks. Then he got 50 tackles, 31 solo, 19 assists, 14 tackles for a loss, and he got 34 quarterback hits. Like, this dude is a beast. So J.J. Watt's brother is a beast. He's outside linebacker for the Steelers. Which school did he go to? He went to Wisconsin too. And then another linebacker I want to recognize, just the 9th player, Zadarius Smith, man, because the Packers are defense looking good, man. He's 27, 6'4", 272. That's crazy, man. These football players are crazy. This is 5th year. He's 15 games played, 15 games started. He didn't get no interceptions or nothing, but we don't. He's a linebacker though, so one forced fumble. Actually, What's not having a better year than him, T.J. Watt, but it's just that his impact on his impact is good, just as good as Watt's. 13.5 sacks, 54 combined tackles. 41 of those were solo. 13 assists. 35. Hey Chanel, hey Chad, what's up, Chad? And hey Maya. Let's see. He got 35 quarterback hits. Zadarius Smith for the Packers. And the Packers are, let's see. Let me see. The Packers are 12-3 right now. The Saints 12-3 and the 49ers 12-3. Only two of those teams gonna get the bye week. I'm just hoping that Aaron Rodgers gonna get the bye week. I just want Aaron Rodgers to win one more championship. I know I'm a Lions fan, but I can't. Like, Aaron Rodgers too good. He's one of my favorite players ever, and right now. But then one more player I want to recognize before I end the video: Stephon Gilmore. He played for the New England Patriots. Without him, I don't think the Patriots. Honestly, I don't think they're not 12-3 without him. Let's see. He was a part of that Super Bowl team last year. 24. He wore number 24. 15 games played, 15 games started, 6 interceptions for 126 yards, 2 touchdowns. 64 was his longest interception. He had 19 pass deflections. That's ridiculous, man. And then he had 1 forced fumble. Oh, no, one fumble recovery. And then he had 45 combined tackles. 37 was solo. He had 37 solo tackles as a corner. Like, that destroyed that myth that corners can't tackle and stuff. 8 assists. Of course, he don't have no quarterback hits because he's the defender. Like, he might be Defensive Player of the Year. Well, we'll see. He's up there for sure. Because New England 12-3. Definitely without Gilmore, they're not 12-3 for sure. But I just wanted to recognize 10 players. What's up, James? Let's see. Trying to see. I just want to recognize 10 players that just have an impressive season. So I got, of course, it's obvious that the quarterbacks like Tom Brady, I didn't want to mention them. I just want to mention the players that don't get mentioned that much. So Jacoby Brissett, I had a quarterback for the Colts. Teddy Bridgewater for the Saints, quarterback. Nick Chubb, running back for the Browns, led the lead in rushing this year so far. Kenyon Drake from Cardinals and Dolphins. He been balling out since he been with the Cardinals. Adrian Peterson, just because he getting mentioned in the same breath as Walter Payton. I think he tied Barry Sanders or something. I can't remember, but Michael Thomas, I had to recognize him because he just going crazy. He had 145 catches so far this year with 1 game left. That's the most all time. Chris Godwin from the Buccaneers, second leader. Merry Christmas, bro. Chris Goodwin. I keep saying Goodwin. Godwin from the Buccaneers, second in receiving yards. That's impressive. Then T.J. Watt, J.J. Watt brother from the Steelers. They in the playoffs because of their defense. It's a whole team effort, but their defense too. So T.J. Watt, his stats was ridiculous, man. I went over his stats, James. Zadarius Smith, linebacker for the Packers. I think he played for the Jaguars, if I'm not mistaken. I might be wrong, though, but last year I'm talking about. But I remember the Packers picked up 3 starters in free agency. Like, they finally did something in free agency, finally. And then number 1, the last guy, Stephon Gilmore for the Patriots, cornerback. Stephon Gilmore, that's the last person I was talking about. He got 6 interceptions for 126 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 19 pass deflections. Like, he got an argument for Defensive Player of the Year. And they 12-3, the Patriots. So those are 10 players I want to recognize. I'm just gonna keep doing videos probably, man, till it's 30 minutes left till the Lakers and Clippers game. So that's it, y'all. Those are the 10 players I want to recognize. I'm gonna do basketball too. Like, 10 players at the Christmas break that's impressive or something, or maybe I'll wait to the end of the season. But we'll see. It's records to be broken. Adrian Peterson. Obviously, Drew Brees, Tom Brady battling for who going to have the most touchdowns. We don't know which one of them going to retire first. I don't know. It's kind of... Brady said he's not going to retire, but... I don't know. Like, Brady, one of my favorite players ever, but I think he's going to... I think Drew Brees going to be, like, better over these next 2 or 3 years, probably. But we'll see. Go Clips. Oh, man. Yeah, but I got... I'm trying to think of what else I have to say, but... 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So the next couple of videos, I'm probably gonna review some NBA Finals. I want to do top 20 pitchers of all time, see where Verlander end up, and Clayton Kershaw. And then for basketball, I'm gonna obviously review I'm about to do that next. The Warriors and the Rockets game. That was the best game so far, surprisingly. But that's it. I'm probably gonna do a few more videos today. But that's it, man. Stephon Gilmore out of South Carolina. He got drafted to the Bills in 2012. Now he's the best corner in the league. Well, I know some people probably think Ramsey, but that's it.